I invested a bunch of money into these like stands, and then everybody just picks them up. So yeah, everybody. So you could actually take the tripod and just throw it in the garbage if you want at this point.
I'll keep it like this.
I hold the tripod.
Yeah, you hold the tripod. Yeah, I respect that because at least you know. I'm sorry. What are you wearing?
What do you mean?
I don't know how to start the show now without, especially with you dressed like that.
You say your name.
Oh, no, we don't. We don't really do that. We just start a conversation now at this point. Oh, yeah. I have a talking flower now, too.
Okay.
Yeah. It might interrupt us periodically. So, it's another week, another episode of Searching for MacGuffin. You know what? Producer Dan's not here, so I'm just going to do the old intro. Too bad. Your host, George.
Gabe.
And Link.
No, okay. That's why we stopped doing it. Now I remember.
No, we still do it.
Yeah, we don't do it. No, he just like... He cuts us off and just like starts the conversation.
Oh, in the episode?
Yeah. You don't listen to the show, do you, Gabe?
No, the newer episodes, no.
Right. No
Why have we
intros
been
for
saying
the
that?
Hail Mary stuff. It was
Yeah.
just right into the conversation.
It was just right into it, yeah. Yeah. But producer's not here, so we can do whatever we want. And what we want to do is talk about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that's right. This is a Star Wars podcast.
We're talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, get your... Why are you wearing that then?
We were talking about Lord of the Rings.
No, we're definitely not talking about Lord of the Rings because
Awful
we're tired of
movies.
talking about books.
Awful movies.
Books are stupid. I'm sorry, what?
They talk about boring.
You
Lord of the Rings is like
Oh,
another
no.
level of Luke Skywalker.
Oh my god.
All right, I can't.
Yeah, we're just cancel it. That's the wrap it up. Wait.
Okay, that's another episode.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just kidding. We love books here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about literature, but we're gonna talk mostly about Star Wars. And we like to check in on Star Wars like every 6 months at this point, which I think our last one was just in December. So I was like, if my math's not right, like 5 months ago.
Yeah, enough time has passed.
Yeah, actually, the last time we talked, you had no idea they were making a Mandalorian movie. And now when we're recording this, it's like 2 days away or days away. Let's just say days away so we keep it unclear. By the time you listen to this, the film will already be out. But we'll have some ideas of what we think. You know, we're going to do some predictions, and then that way we'll look and sound stupid because the movie would have already been out. And
Right.
We'll immediately be wrong already.
Are you guys excited though? Excited for the Mando movie?
I wouldn't say excited is the word I would use. Yeah, I'd say it's a thing that's happening, and I have AMC A-list, so I technically don't pay for each individual.
Like, it's a Star Wars movie, but I don't know why. I just don't have that, like, rush that, you know, a new Star Wars movie's out, is coming out in theaters.
When was the last time you felt that rush?
Ooh, wow.
I mean, it's probably Rise of Skywalker,
Empire
right?
Strikes Back, right?
Yeah,
It was probably Rise of Skywalker, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess Rise of Skywalker.
I think we got that bug right with the Phantom Menace, George. And
Yeah.
then
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think everyone did, right? I mean, I was like 2, 3.
Yeah, you had that bug anyways. It was your first word.
It was contagious.
You were like Phantom Menace.
I was 3, and my dad took me.
Yeah.
As a baby.
Yeah. And did you like it?
he probably did.
I don't think I watched it.
He probably did.
Yeah, you like the pod races, right?
Yeah, 3-year-old loved it.
Yeah, you actually said yippee in the theater. Like,
I probably started paying attention when Maul came out.
yeah. I think Watto was your favorite character. I think I remember you. You would always. You were like a little kid. You were in little shorts and like a Watto tank top.
Yeah, it's
you
just
were always-
like he reminds me of my trips to New York.
Okay. Well, on to another topic. Last excited, Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. Well, what movie was after that?
It just shows.
Yeah. Right. We haven't had
I
any.
don't think
movie.
it's been a movie.
Okay, so I guess there hasn't been a movie to be excited about since the last one broke our hearts.
It was 2019.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember that story. That was a great story. You and your friend going there, being so excited, listening to the soundtrack, and then just sitting through that nonsense. Sorry for the experience.
I think that that broke me.
Yeah, it really did. He brings it up every time we talk to Star Wars. You're not allowed to talk about it this episode.
It broke me.
Yeah.
So let's refocus. Back to Mando.
Yeah,
Back to
if
Mando.
you wanna-
I am excited for the movie. You know, my boys are super excited. They understand my Disneyfication fatigue for certain properties. or
You
parts
giving
of
him like a
properties.
sermon, like
No. I'm
a lecture, like a
I'm-
22
nope.
slide PowerPoint.
Nope.
This is my Disneyfication.
They
fatigue.
know my dislikes of the direction of certain parts of the franchise, etc.
How did they feel about it?
Oh, they're excited too. I mean, they're going to be 15 now on Saturday.
Oh wow, that's insane.
And then 11 is the other one. So they're like perfect prime age for going to a movie like this. If it even is close to season 1, their brains are going to get blown.
Yeah, I want to get your hopes up.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. Just go in with low expectations.
No, don't say that. This movie's gonna be great. You know, has Pedro Pascal as Mando.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, right.
Pascal?
It's Pascal.
It's Pascal?
Say it like that.
Oh,
Like
it's not Pascal.
I
Pasquale.
don't think there's a U in there.
It's not Qual. No.
A Pascal is like a unit of. It's a measurement.
Oh, is he not a measurement?
What does that measure again? Is it? What is it?
In physics, I think.
No,
It is.
I think it's how the smaller unit of parsecs. I think it's like 1,000 pascals to a
It's a
parsec.
pizza company.
No, it's not a pizza company.
The pizza company is named after the parsecs. It's actually
Oh, they're called Pascals too. Measuring pressure, stress, or tensile strength.
Oh man, I must be at 1,000 pascals.
So PA.
Is it
Oh,
spelled
okay.
the same?
It's spelled the same as his name.
As Pedro
wow,
Pascal.
Look at that. So
Yeah, okay.
he's constantly testing the stress.
Yeah, he must be
of
under
our fandom for different properties, apparently, secretly with that.
Oh.
last name.
Oh, because you hated Fantastic Four, right?
I said it could have been a lot better. I didn't like the movie.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't like straight pure hate it. It just could have been
But-
way better.
Okay.
If it was Rise of Silver Surfer, right?
Right. That
Yeah.
was actually a really good movie. You guys recommended it to me. I loved
Nailed
that
it,
movie.
yes.
Loved it completely. Loved it.
Told you.
Yeah. Reed actually stretches in that movie.
Yeah, he does actually. Well, Reed stretches in the new one for like about 8 to 10 feet or something.
Yeah, normal stretching. Like
Yeah, like a regular human could probably stretch. Galactus is just a little tug, and he's like, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be ripped in half."
So to segue, we had talked about Fantastic Four, and I had explained a little bit about my imagination regarding the cosmic powers and stuff like that, and then we stopped. But when we hit to Reed, you went like, "Oh, and Reed" and stuff like that. So the explanation or the imagination for it was, while Sue controls like the gravity, that's the invisible force that holds everything together, Reed is the opposite.
Well, wait,
he
Sue-
controls the universe's ability to expand.
Okay.
And so that's why they're connected both cosmically and then in love and stuff like that.
Wow, you said that?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
that's with the imagination. That didn't happen on the podcast. I was cut short by continuing to go over different awesome parts
Move along.
of that movie.
Okay. All right. Well, that's beautiful, actually, the way you said it.
It makes sense,
That
right?
that was awesome.
Yeah.
So the Force, that was a good transition too.
Oh yeah, right
Yeah,
back
yeah.
into the Force
Yeah.
now. So, what are the predictions for Grogu? What's he gonna lift in this movie? You think at one point he's gonna lift the Starfighter, or he's going to? Is there? I could have sworn I saw a Razor Crest in one.
Yeah,
of
the Razor.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Razor Crest is back.
You think it gets stuck somewhere and Grogu has the Force lifted out of a bog or whatever?
No, he's gonna I think he's gonna Force lift it out of like a mountain made entirely of chocolate. Yeah, like a chocolate mountain melted on the Razor Crest, and he's gonna tear it out of
Yeah,
the
he
chocolate.
probably will. He probably will lift the Razor Crest, or something. He has to lift something.
Oh,
Yeah,
where'd
do
the
something.
where'd the Razor Crest come from though?
We don't know.
Okay.
There has to be more of those things, right? You have so much of the
I
animated universe showing all those different Razor Crest-esque class ships. There has to be another one that Lando can get his hands on because
That's
I
true.
think that's the ship he needs. It is so cool.
It's probably just like those guys with car garages where they like rebuild replica.
Yeah.
There's probably like one big Mando fan in the Star Wars universe who he's like he heard the Razor Crest blew up and he's like I'm gonna rebuild that, and like Mando goes to his car garage or ship hangar, right? And he was like, "Oh, where'd you get this Razor Crest?" And he's like, big fan, Mando. Sign my autograph."
Nah,
And
that's garbage.
no.
What would be awesome?
Yeah, that's garbage. That's why that's exactly what's gonna happen.
The opening scene of this movie is Mando attacking some sort of pirate compound to get a bounty, and in there is a repurposed Razor Crest class ship that he then commandeers.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That
That'd
sounds
be
cool.
awesome.
That would be awesome.
Oh, you're saying it's not going to
I'm sure they're just gonna be like, "Oh, he built it again off screen."
Somehow the Razor Crest returned.
No. What happened to it? Did it get blown up?
Yeah, they
right?
blew it up
Which
like
I
in
thought-
a million pieces.
Which I thought like they blew it up, and then I was like, okay, he gets a new ship, and now I saw the Razor Crest again in the movie, and I'm like, oh, like
Because you like the episode 1 racer.
that was such
That's
a
great.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
It is cool.
They should give him maybe a slightly bigger Razor Crest so he can park that Starfighter inside the hall,
right,
or have it attached somehow, whatever.
Like Batman, like the Batmobile.
Like something. Yeah, like the Batmobile
cycle.
turns into that bite cycle.
Oh, that would be sick. That's not going to happen.
Probably not.
That's not going to happen.
So what is going to happen in the movie?
Jack Black's going to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Black and Lizzo, was that her name?
Yeah. I forgot about
Yeah, Jack Black and Lizzo will return. They'll have a big prominent part in the
Mario
film.
Kingdom Planet.
Yeah. It'll tie in somehow to Rebels, The Acolyte, and Andor. And you'll have to have watched all that stuff to just understand what's going on in the movie.
Plagueis will come back.
Well, I saw Andor from your recommendation.
Oh, okay. And your thoughts were?
It was just bad, but some of it was good.
Okay.
Some of it was good.
It was just bad, but
it's not
some
my
of it was
Star
good.
Wars. You know, I like I've said before, Han Solo, Lando, Chewbacca, and that comes with a sort of adventurism that just wasn't in that show. It was more on the espionage side, more of the subtle parts of Star Wars. I really had my hopes up for Cyril and Deidre. They had like so much potential to be just completely evil tools of the Empire.
Yeah.
And then they kind of flipped at the very end of it when they needed to be
Well, 'cause
the
sometimes-
perfect tools of the Empire.
Sometimes,
and it was just like a stab. You
Fa-
know, I was
fascists-
so invested in them.
Fascists have feelings too. So
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No.
No. They
When
do
you
not.
say bad, like, do you feel like it was just like boring and not interesting to you?
It was boring and not interesting to me. You have Martha.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah, boring. You have her daughter, double, triple boring. The husband guy, I was like, all of that I don't really care about.
What did you think of his hair?
And his robe. I mean, the guy was like, okay,
he's fancy.
This is an interesting culture. Like, the women are the men and the men are the women. This is more Disneyfication for you.
I thought it was just like America.
No,
today.
it's not America.
Okay.
And then you had things like the
Are we in the manosphere?
Martha's sister with the relationship. Like, that stuff does not need to be in Star Wars at all. Again, I've always said this should be a universe that is all ages. So these other themes don't need to be integrated into the story at all. Show Caspian Andor. Go on all these adventures, get better at being a rebel, get better at being a leader, and they kind of do that. But then it then kind of interrupts with Rogue One, because Jen Erso comes out of nowhere and then starts kind of bossing him around a little bit, or leading that force that he put together. No way does that happen if you have the first two seasons.
Well, you know what? I've gone back and rewatched Rogue One and realized she's not really in charge of anything. Like, she is kind of being carried along this adventure. It may feel that way, or at least it did. But now with like the context of Andor, it's like, oh, she thinks she's in charge. She's not really Andor's kind of just putting up with her and still doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, because he needs something from her. Like, she's the end for her dad, and then he has a secret mission to, eliminate him.
Yeah.
And
okay,
he's kind of just placating her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rewatch Rogue One, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
I think the part where it feels like she like takes over is like she makes a speech at the end and she's like, "This is what we should do," but like Andor's, completely in line because
he's already on board, right?
Yeah, because she kind of becomes
this is the Disneyfication that I'm talking about.
She kind of becomes
not happening to Han Solo, not
Yeah.
happening to Lando. They are
didn't.
the men. They're gonna make the rules, and everybody's gonna follow along and have the adventure.
Yeah.
That's led by.
What? Wait,
Caspian
I'm sorry.
Andor.
First of all, Princess Leia is a very strong, domineering character.
Yes, I
And-
agree 100%.
And she leads various times throughout the. She basically saves Han and Luke from the Death Star. They're like, "We're here to save you. We're idiots. We don't have an escape plan."
Mm-hmm.
And she takes the weapons. She blows the hole. She escapes. Like, she basically leads them on.
Yeah, there's a way to do that. Jen Erso is not that. I'm not complaining about that sort of stuff. It's when, the different elements of the adventures that I grew up and that I liked watching and I like being entertained by
Yeah.
are circumvented for
men.
Well, all I'm saying
That stuff I don't like.
all I'm saying is that in 1977, Princess Leia was a stronger, more headstrong, front and center character than I think Jin was in Rogue One. I think she's marketed as the lead,
Yeah.
but really she's actually just lucky to be there in a sense because she happens to be Galen Erso's daughter, so she's the key to the thing. But really, it's
So if she had that dynamism or whatever leadership,
so she's not cool enough.
She's not cool enough to be
Okay,
that
that's
Princess
fair.
Leia level, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then that detracts from all the other people around her who are then being led by her or being.
But they're not
influenced by
being
her.
led by her. Like,
They kind of are.
I mean, in fact, they're such a ragtag team that like I wouldn't even say the monks are being led by
They're just
Andor.
there.
They're just they're like
just-
they all agree to go on this mission together, but they have all very different I guess motivations.
That's
what they're
fair.
there to
I mean,
accomplish.
they just all hate the Empire.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And you just see that. I agree with George. It's just like, I don't feel like she was, the team leader. I think she's the best. I think she was the best one equipped because of her relation to her dad. Like, she knows what to look for. That's why Andor takes her in the first place. That's why that's how they even get in, and like how they know what to find. Like, they know what to look for.
Yeah. They also needed someone short enough to fit into that tiny Death Star gunner's outfit. Because there was no. Imagine if they take like a 6'2" guy and they knock out like a 4'6" Death Star gunner. Who's
Yeah,
gonna,
and he's like in shorts.
yeah,
and like
exactly. It's gonna be obvious. Like, it's already suspicious that there's like a Hispanic Imperial officer. They're like, wait, when do we hire that guy? It's like, I thought we were all British here. I thought that was.
Yeah, you're right. So you go back to like the original trilogy, right? And they're all like extras from British film and,
Yeah.
and stage acting, and they keep that. But I guess they toss in Andor different, I guess, nationalities inside the Empire, right? So you'll see troopers that are dark skinned and Mexican or Latino, etc. I like that a lot. I like that part.
Yeah. I think it's a very British Death Star. Like, they sent all the British officers to the Death Star specifically. That's mostly what we see,
Gotcha.
right?
So the most fascist of the fascists
Yeah.
are exclusively
Yeah,
invited
racist.
to
Yeah.
the Death Star.
Yeah.
That is great.
You need to be able to like be Shakespearean trained in order to get on the Death Star.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So then the Death Star gets blown up, right? And then you see like the rebels actually advance because a lot of those best and brightest are blown up, and no longer able to.
Maybe don't put all your eggs in the same basket, Palpatine. Yeah.
Again, we go back to what we talked about last time. It's the details that the Empire fails to actually plan for.
Yep. That is correct. Okay, so we wanted to touch upon. Are we done with Mando, or are we still any predictions?
I think this would be great. As long as they don't have Bo-Katan and the Mandalorians in it, and just focus on the bounty hunting and the Grogu part, I think the movie would be completely awesome. Throw in I hate to go back to Tatooine, but you got to go back to the ship lady to get some sort of modification or whatever. That's always part of the universe. I hope he gets that Razor Crest in an exciting way, and just shows up new characters. It would be great to see. Like, Lando is old in this timeline, right? So he would be. Harrison Ford obviously is gone, right, at this point.
No.
Where does this movie land?
So the show starts like 8 or 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
So there's potentially
Yeah.
a Han Solo appearance.
That is correct.
And a Lando appearance and a Chewie appearance.
Yeah, because we're about
Potentially.
like 3 or 4 years. So that means like 12. We're probably like 12 years after Return of the Jedi. Yeah. And Force Awakens is what, like 20 or 30?
You think Disney would keep that like wrapped up? Or
No,
you think
no, they would have shown it
be
to you right
in the
away.
commercial,
Yeah,
like,
it'd be.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're using that age technology.
Yeah,
to
it would
kind of-
actually be a CGI Carrie Fisher, a de-aged Mark Hamill, and a ghost Han Solo, even if it would make no sense, doing a line dance.
He's dead, but he's alive.
Yeah, he's dead, but he's alive. Yeah, and you're gonna be like, why is he dead? But
You think
he's
at this
supposed to be
point they
alive.
would de-age Han Solo, or they would like
get the other guy?
get the other guy
Yeah.
and kind of age him up a little bit? Like,
I mean, they don't have to age him up a little bit. He's older now.
Really?
Yeah, it's been how long is Solo?
I don't think he's
Alden?
old enough for older Han Solo 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
I mean, you've seen him in. I don't know if you saw Oppenheimer. He was in that.
I did not see that.
Oh, he was in the Ironheart show.
I did not see that
Marvel.
either.
Well, you should watch Oppenheimer. You should not watch Ironheart. Well, yeah, he's got a lot of roles nowadays, and he's
Well, good for
pretty
him.
older, yeah.
Good for him.
I mean, he's older now than I think Han Solo was when Harrison Ford was when he made those movies. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that's about right.
Wait, you didn't like Solo, right?
I loved it.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so there's peace. We can find peace in the world.
Yeah, as long as you have Han and Lando in anything, I'm a fan of it. Unless they get super Disneyified.
So you're
You know what I mean?
excited for the Lando movie, right?
I-
Change it to a movie?
Oh, I hope so. I would
Yeah,
be ecstatic
that's a
for a Lando movie.
Okay. So question, what was not, or maybe it was, but what hit with you about Solo, even though it was like a heavy Disney production?
The focus on Han Solo.
Okay.
And really, the minor characters of those, Woody Harrelson's gang was
Yeah.
there to support the growth of Han. Like the movie was a vehicle to grow Han Solo as a solo character. I know he has partnerships with Chewie, and
Did you like how he
it's-
got that
it's
name?
Part of that, yeah.
Oh, you're all by yourself? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
Solo.
Solo.
No, that could have been better.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have actually had the last name Solo.
Yeah, right?
That's
Like, why
all.
does it have to be a fake name? I don't understand.
No. I would prefer his name was actually Solo. And then, you leave it up to maybe one day he meets a brother or a cousin or something, and they have both.
And they have
the
to change their name to Duo. Han and Sean Duo.
That's awesome.
You're reading Foundation, right?
Yes.
In Foundation, I mean, this is a character that I saw on the show. I don't know if he's in the books or not.
Well, how old are these books, by the way?
They're very old. So they are the inspiration or part of the inspiration for Star Wars.
Yeah,
Wars.
that and Dune, right?
Yeah.
So
So-
which character?
Captain Pritchard.
Yes, he is.
So I like the whole time, like I just knew him as Pritchard.
Uh-huh.
So I'm watching. I'm like, bro, this is a Han Solo like
He acts like Han. Yeah,
Han
he's
Solo
hot-headed and
type
yeah.
character. And then I find out his first name is Han.
Han Pritchard.
Yeah.
And that's where Lucas got.
And then I'm like, bro, what?
Did Lucas trick us? Did he make any of this, or
He did.
Yeah, okay.
He did. There's a lot of original concepts in Star Wars and a lot of older concepts that get, kind of repurposed for the space saga.
Because sometimes I read Dune and I'm like, why is this just Star Wars? Like, this
Yeah.
is just literally everything.
I started watching that movie and cut it off after 20
Oh
minutes.
my goodness.
Which one?
Dune.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't like Dune?
No,
Did
man.
you read the book?
No.
Not enough swashbuckling.
No.
Oh, you should
I'll,
read
I'll
that
get
book.
I'll get the book. I don't
Yeah.
mind that part. I like
you should
sci-fi
read the
books.
books. I mean, if you like Foundation,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you'll like.
Then yeah.
Oh, okay, so let's talk about this then. Now that transitioning to the book, since it's a thing that apparently we have to contractually talk about every week. You grew up with the Extended Universe books, right?
Yes.
And some of them tend to kind of go off the beaten path, tell these side stories, sometimes a little darker, a little grimmer. Why was that palatable to you? And you think the TV shows and movies can't explore these areas?
Well, some of those books are not made for like a movie, right? So they're purposed for something else. Now the mainstream books I liked, I believe they were for an all ages audiences. So as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, I read them, loved them. I reread a series 2 years ago, loved it as a 30-something-year-old man. Now I'm a little bit older now, so I would probably read it again.
Late 30-somethings.
Yeah. So those books, I think, are made for all ages, and definitely if you're a fan of the original trilogy or the property itself, then you're going to be captured by those stories. They were made in a way to continue the adventurism, the character interaction, the character growth, and support the Foundation very well. So I think that being said, Mando does that for a lot of the Star Wars universe, and you can see when the property starts to splinter off completely and focus on other things, that why those shows or those movies don't really feed the fan base properly. So when you have a scene where you have alien horses on top of some Star Destroyer, well, obviously that's like too far-fetched.
That's not fantastical or swashbuckling or
No,
adventurous for
no,
you.
There's a line.
That's where you draw the line.
There's a line. I think
That's
Star
where they
Wars
get
sets
you.
a really good line of realism into this space opera, space saga type thing, where there's no one's gonna get these alien horses to then attack a Death Star and survive, or even think of that being some good route of attack.
How did they get them there?
remember. I think they like
The
loaded
Force.
them onto transport and then rode them.
Yeah,
off.
that is what they did.
I completely forgot that,
Yeah.
that they were. When you said it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they did do that.
They did do that. It's ridiculous. You know, they had tauntauns, right, in Empire Strikes Back, and that's what they were used for, to kind of patrol the environment they were hiding in. But there was zero animals that were used for, like,
Attack.
right? I mean, the Ewoks, they're aliens. I don't want to say they're animals, but
Yeah,
nobody was grabbing them.
Ewoks are people too.
Did they have, like, wasn't there, like, a dragon crew? No, they had, like, little flaps and stuff like that. They had built, like, a hang glider system.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
'Cause they're
of
an advanced
any
civilization.
other situation where people were on animals to attack or do things.
Book of Boba.
Yeah.
You have like the
mythosaur.
the Drewbacks,
The
in-
Dewbacks.
the Dewbacks in Tatooine that the sand troopers are on.
Yeah.
And they
In the distance,
but that's
standing
kinda the
still
same-
until they CGI'd a couple in the foreground.
that's the same thing as the Tauntauns, right? There's a purpose for that. Not,
You're writing them.
But what about Boba in the holiday special?
Yeah, he rides that big dinosaur.
he does ride the Rancor in the Book of Fett. and
He also
see-
does that too. Yeah.
You know, okay, well, that's not really the Boba Fett.
That's Disney. So
Yeah, exactly. That's
This is
Disney
not the
buying
Fett you're
this
looking
crazy
for.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. And you can see, well, what did the Book of Fett? How did that affect the fandom? Not in a good way, for the most part.
Yeah.
You have one awesome Mando show
I did not-
inside that series.
Yeah, I did not get excited when he came in the Rancor.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay, so what books did you gravitate to?
The first, like the original, I think the first the Timothy Zahn trilogy was what launched the extended universe to a certain point. There was comic books and some attempts to do these stories, but that was really like a push that was supported by Lucasfilm, and I think the fandom, again, it does a great job of just continuing the saga, building on the characterizations that were developed in those first movies, and introduce new people. So Grand Admiral Thrawn, Seaboth, Mara Jade, all these characters are still around in certain aspects of the Star Wars properties itself, because again, they were built and sent to us or displayed to us in a way that just evolved naturally to then, okay, this person's fighting Luke now and this person's fighting Han now, and then they're going to grab them and now they're going to fight new people in the Rebels show or in Ahsoka and stuff like that. It's just awesome.
So you're a fan of Mara Jade?
No.
Oh, okay. That was
The Emperor's Hand? No, I don't. I like the idea of it, but then they kind of, it got too cute with her and Luke getting married, and I was like, I don't think that's going to happen.
Why don't you think that's going to happen?
I think Luke is married to the Force and growing in the Force and being that
hermit type on an island by himself.
Really, there's so much like struggle within him, right? That he has to really focus on keeping the good side of the Force pure in himself and in others. And our marriage is kind of distracting to that. I like the aspect of these guys.
So you don't
kind
think
of
he can
being
balance marriage and career?
No.
No,
not Luke.
Okay,
Luke doesn't do very good at balancing things. He's a very hot-headed person.
that is true, actually. Yeah.
And I think
He's a very hot-headed person. You can think about, killing his nephew, but then decides not to, and then goes to become a hermit because he just can't commit to a relationship with anyone.
That's what it was. It was relationship issues.
So that's why I think, The Last Jedi is great.
it's not great.
Well, it sounds like you got the Luke you wanted. No, he's not.
You were saying, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, hermit old man Luke with the Force.
Well, I'm glad that you and Disney agree, because they recently, who was it that made a statement about Mara Jade, Gabe?
Bro, I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, somebody said it.
Someone officially, they asked them about Mara Jade and will we ever see Mara Jade in Disney Star Wars? And their answer is basically no, we don't want to pay the writers.
No, I like the depiction of Luke we got in Mando, right? It was it was finite, number one, so it wasn't a lot of it, and I think that's really good for just me watching. And you had him on that planet, and now you have other people training around him. I like that, as long as it's again a controlled quantity.
Yeah, I agree, because once Luke is in it too much, and it's about Luke again.
It's about Luke again. We have not so much. We've had Anakin, and we've had Luke, and it's time to Really just focus on Mando, focus on exploring the universe via the bounty hunter.
Okay, so that's something we can agree on, right? We can disagree on the stories they tell and the characters they choose, but like we all agree that we can just move on, right?
Yeah, it's time.
I think that's what you want to, you want to be able to go into like different stories, which is why I believe like Andor and Rogue One were, I like those stories because they were different. Like they were still in the universe, but I like that it wasn't necessarily specifically about the Force, or about the Jedi or anything like. I mean, maybe it is about the Force, but not the Jedi and all that.
But it's actually I like that in Andor and Rogue One, there's like a faith element to the Force. Not everybody has seen the space wizards move objects with their mind. A bunch of people are like, yeah, we've heard of the Force and I believe in it, but there hasn't been like a miracle in front of my eyes, which I kind of like that
it makes sense.
Yeah, that there's like every corner of the galaxy hasn't had like
that experience.
Yeah, exactly. That experience, and it's just like a whisper throughout the universe. Because also when Han hears about it, even when Luke hears about it for the first time, he's like, what? What? What's this? And it's like there's believers, there's non-believers, there's people who have literally lived through magic, and expanding that is nice because once Luke becomes a Jedi, it's off to the races, and everybody's friends with a guy who can do flips and fly and move objects with his mind.
Not everybody.
Oh, you're not friends with Luke.
Starfighter Luke, yes.
So that's right. You don't like Jedi Luke.
And then the Jabba black decked out Luke is awesome too.
Yeah, So you think Luke lost a sense of who he was? Like he didn't stay grounded. Like he should have, like stayed connected to his Starfighter roots.
Absolutely. That would have been the best for the entire series. Have more Starfighter Luke. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
He was the leader of Rogue Squadron, and you really never see that outside of Empire Strikes Back.
And the GameCube games.
There's certain games that he might be in there. I think also Shadows of the Empire, he's also leader of Rogue Squadron.
Which that was a great multimedia experience growing up. Shadows of the Empire was, for I think our generation, like, wow, there's a book and it's supposed to be canon, at least at the time. That's kind of what they made us feel like. Oh, we know all the other books, we don't validate them, but this one's real because we made a game and we're gonna have figures for it. And it was like, I can collect toys from a book. I can play a game based on the book. I can know that the book has been blessed. It exists between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and I think Shadows of the Empire was. I was never into the EU until Shadows of the Empire because, and it's a stupid reason because the books are good and it's fun just reading about like the Squadron.
Yeah,
Rogue Squadron, great series. But as a kid, I was like, "Oh, that doesn't count. It's not real. Those are other people are doing it." But then validating that book, I was like, "Oh, I want more books."
You know what? I take back some of the Luke Skywalker stuff. I'm remembering Shadows of the Empire, and I thought that was a really good story with a lot of Luke in it. But then he had a lot of supporting characters that I liked.
Yeah, Hans Frozen for the entire book. Yeah.
So Luke is one of the main characters, but then you get Shizor is a pretty good character. I think.
I think so
meet
too.
The first time, and then you have. More Lando, more Chewie. There's a lot of Leia in that one too. Again, because you don't have the Han. I thought Luke did a good job, or depiction of Luke in that story was really good.
Yeah, and I think going back to it, because I do agree, Starfighter Luke is awesome.
Yep.
Especially in A New Hope with that super sick yellow jacket.
Yeah. Oh man.
And that's just it's awesome.
We should get some sort of adventure with Yellow Jacket Luke.
That's sometime. Right. Yeah, I support this.
Marvel, they're like Star Wars relaunch
the comics.
For the comics. Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah. Has it been 15 years? Yeah.
They had their opening adventure was Yellow Jacket Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
We read that.
Yeah. He fights Darth Vader.
I remember I was in college
Loved
and
it.
I remember I would wait weeks it would come out Tuesday mornings, and I would read it during my nutrition class. I was just on my laptop, teacher was presenting and I'm just reading this comic, and I was super, because it was I enjoyed it because it's not a side of Luke you get to see very often in that time period. And I mean, going back to what you were saying about it, I think that for the it would have been cool to see, but I think also for the story, I think he kind of had to become that figure for the for the rebellion, because they defeat the Empire in Return of the Jedi, but obviously, as we've seen, like there's still remnants, And I remember reading a book that's part of. I mean, it was a Disney book. I remember, but
then it probably
the legends of Luke Skywalker, where it's like different tales of people.
Oh, you actually read that book?
Yeah,
because I remember when you bought it and then like never talked about it. And I was like, I wonder if you ever read it.
Then I felt like you guys were sick of me talking about Luke.
No.
But they were like, it's just accounts of people and their experiences with like seeing Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
And like whether it's old soldiers or just random people, and it talks about how they see him. Like some people see him as like a god. This guy and what I liked about it is they kind of exaggerate. What they see or like what's like his feats.
Yeah.
Some of it like is accurate, but some of the things like, and they tell like you kind of get that sense where it's like this is an exaggeration, but like it's true because he kind of has to become that figure. Like I mean, like going back to The Last Jedi, like we see the little kid, reenacting, like acting like Luke, like playing like Luke Skywalker and things like that. He kind of had to become that figure to push that forward. And there was another part, I think in Battlefront 2, in the story mode, we encounter Luke. The story's about a TIE fighter pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's working for the Empire. He ends up getting trapped and Luke ends up saving him. And I mean, this clip is always on the internet, just being retweeted and recycled. But it's just, Luke is helping out his enemy and the pilot's super confused. He's like, what? Like, why would you help me? Like, because he's super skeptical. Like, he thinks the legends that he's heard about, the stories that he's heard about Luke Skywalker is like he's merciless. He kills people like with the lightsaber and things like that. And Luke tells him, he's just like, no, he's like, why did you help me? He's like, because you asked. And
he goes, fake news.
And then he tells him, he asks him, he's like, Luke tells him like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to like, fight for these people. Or fight for the Empire. And he's just like, what else is there? And he's like, what, the rebellion? I'm supposed to like trust you for that? Like, I'm supposed to go with them? Are you guys any better? And he's like, no, it's like a choice to be better. And then he just like leaves him alone. And then that ends up being the catalyst for the pilot to end up, changing sides and like seeing how evil the Empire is and like the error of his ways. And
sometimes they see the error of their ways.
Just that like 5-minute like interaction with Luke Skywalker in a video game.
Yeah, well, that's different. So that's different than Deidre and Cyril that are supposed to be like ultimate Death Star class.
Comment?
A pilot can easily switch sides. That's fine. They're influenced because they're able to be influenced.
Yeah,
someone who makes it into that room of the ISB with all the other sector chiefs or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
it needs to be like a hardcore.
Yeah, but
ride or die, Empire to the end type person.
Was Deidre soft?
Yeah, she got soft because Cyril got soft, and she's like, oh, whatever. And then
but in the end, she chooses like the Empire over even him. So
no, man, she's kind of backed into that situation, but she's trying to get him out. Like the perfect thing would have been, she double crosses him, completely cold-blooded, like knew he was going to fall into this whole thing and everything, not even care. Give me that, bro. That's what I want.
Oh, I kind of felt like she did.
I thought she did, and then like she's like, then she sees that he's there, or like she finds out that he's there, and then she's like, oh crap, but she still does it.
No. I kind of felt like she did. Like,
and she was just like,
I felt like he fell for her, and she liked being adored by someone and having a relationship until it was inconvenient.
And then she was just dumb with what happens, and then she gets caught. And that's when like Krennic comes in.
I read it a whole different way.
Krennic is like what you want. Like where he comes in and he's just like, you are like, do you remember that scene that like he puts his
the finger on her head.
Forehead?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're reenacting. I'm beating.
Yeah.
And apparently like that wasn't scripted. Like he just did that. And then she was like, what? But no, like I get what you're saying. Where it's like they are the worst of the worst.
The
like,
worst.
They're
of
not
the
redeemable
worst. At all.
They're not redeemable.
Even like Vader's not redeemable. This whole arc
I agree.
getting redeemed at the end of Return of the Jedi is completely bonkers.
Yeah, that's crazy. The man committed genocide.
Super genocide.
Yeah.
Like personally, like not like.
Okay.
Oh, let me put a bush.
It's like if Goebbels is like, you know what? I actually didn't mean it.
When you so when you say redeemed, do you mean the fact that he got to become a Force ghost, or the fact that he betrayed the Empire? Like he turns on the Emperor.
Yeah, the first Ghost thing. Like,
I mean, he could turn on the Emperor just because,
yeah, he's
like,
eviler, or
yeah,
he
exactly.
wants to get him out of his way and wants to be the Empire.
yeah, that was the whole
himself.
plan, right? To knock out the Emperor
Right,
and replace
be-
him.
Yeah, him and his Luke, and would be the
Yeah,
new
so,
Emperor
like,
or Vader type.
He
team.
can still betray the
Yeah.
Emperor even for the sake of Luke.
Right.
Because if I had to choose between these two, I'm going to choose Luke. That's my plan anyways, to topple you. But, like, the fact that he's a good guy, that doesn't sit well with me either.
No. He's done too much.
I
bad stuff.
agree. I agree that
And he killed little
I agree
children
that he
too.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
for real.
like even Anakin. Like this is the thing. Like he killed the younglings,
Yeah.
and it's just I don't know.
And like people say, oh, but it was Moff Tarkin on the Death Star. I was like, he was right there. He may not have had his finger on the button,
He's
but
right
he
there.
was the lapdog for the Emperor and
Only
Tarkin.
the worst of the worst get on that battleship. or
absolutely.
the Death Star.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so you convinced me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the comics, so you read this the rebooted?
Could Kylo be in the Mando movie? Is he like he would be a kid Kylo?
Yeah. How young would Kylo be?
Would he be born anyways?
I think so. Yeah.
So that would be 8 to 10 years after Return of the Jedi. He'd have to be 2.
we're about 12 years. We're about 12 years after Return of the Jedi now. By the time this movie, because we're already.
So he'd have to be 5. So he'd be a kid. He's preteen.
You'd probably see a little kid.
Yeah, he'd be a little kid. Yeah, right. Because the last time we saw Luke, which I assume is like a year ago, because every time there's a season / a
Yeah.
movie, about a year's passed by. The last time he was already rebuilding the Jedi Temple, so he's
Yeah.
about to stock it full of kids, which we all assume are like under 8, right? Because that
Okay.
would be too late to train.
So you might see a Kylo being trained or
Yeah,
being brought to the
that could be.
planet.
That's a
That'd be
possibility.
cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, nice of the way to cameo Han, a younger, an older / younger Han, and a Princess Leia dropping off their kid at the Jedi Temple is getting built.
I think you're building up this movie to have way more stuff in it than I think you're gonna get, man. I don't.
Do we get who's the Puerto Rican guy that did a character?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Benjamin Bratt.
What? No, Liminal Miranda. No, not Liminal Miranda.
He was in Rise of Skywalker.
No. In the Mando series, there was
Rise of Skywalker.
there was
Jimmy Schmitz.
No, not Jimmy Schmitz.
Benjamin Bratt.
Not Benjamin Pratt.
Let's just name Hispanic guys.
Puerto Rican actor.
Yeah, he's a Puerto Rican guy. He's in a lot of movies.
Benicio
Diego-
del Toro.
No.
Diego-
No. He's in John Wick #1 and in John Wick #2.
Keanu Reeves.
No,
He's in both of those movies.
Yeah, he's the mechanic. He's the mechanic guy.
Oh, Totoro, not Totoro.
Damon Wayans.
No.
Damon Wayans.
Leguizamo.
Yes, he did an
Marlon
alien,
Wayans.
right? In the Mando series, did he end up getting killed? Or
Wait. You said John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
John Leguizamo's Colombian.
Colombian.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh, well.
you can't. Yeah, not in this
Is
home.
it Benjamin
Uh-oh.
Bratt?
This is-
Puerto
yeah.
Rican.
Benjamin Bratt is Puerto Rican.
Then I got them flipped.
Yeah, but John Leguizamo's in Mando.
He's in the Mando. He plays an alien in Mando.
Yeah.
I don't know if he dies or not, but it'd be nice if they brought him back. 'Cause I thought
Leguizamo's in man.
I had no idea.
there was like a fight, and he was one of.
Oh, he
the
plays
people-
Grogu.
No,
No.
No.
Okay. he plays.
I like to see him. I like to see the Tatooine ship person again. She's a really good character when you play it against the straight man that is Mando.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll see
Some clones of the bad guy.
what is the name of the lady that builds the armor? The not the
The
forge.
armorer.
The armor. Really?
Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. What's the name of the lady who builds the armor?
The armor.
The armor.
They didn't have like a thing like a chief or
Yeah, they just call her Chief,
Okay.
like in the office. Hey, Chief.
I'm sure you'll see her. She has to build
That's
something
true.
for Mando
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
So you got to bring her back, and then I guess you get the enclave of that type of Mando people.
Pre
show up
Vizsla.
again.
Pre Vizsla, he'll
Yeah.
be there. Yeah.
But hopefully they don't steer towards the other side of the Mandalorian.
Bo-Katan?
stuff, which I don't like the Bo-Katan.
You didn't
stuff.
like
I'm sure,
Axe Wolf?
I'm sure she's gonna be in the movie.
Why?
I think Mercedes Monet is going to be in the movie. She was at the red carpet for the film.
That's the actress that is Bo-Katan.
No, that's the actress that she's a
She's
professional
one of the
wrestler.
Okay.
She's a women's wrestler in AEW.
Sasha
She was in
Banks.
WWE. Yeah, formerly Sasha Banks. She's on the crew along with Axe Wolf and Koska Reeves. I just know these random names of members of
That's her
both.
name.
Oh, she's Koska Reeves?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. And then the guy is Axe Wolf. And then I'm not sure how many more people are on that
Does
crew.
Boba Fett show up in the movie? If he
think you
goes,
have
if
to,
he
man.
goes to,
It's a movie, bro. You're gonna put everyone.
if
that's
he
not
goes to
dead.
Mos Eisley,
I honestly-
right, for
yeah.
our ship repair,
Yeah.
then he has to show up.
I honestly think when they start filming a Star Wars movie, Tamora Morrison just books his own flight and shows up, and like he makes them put.
How are you gonna put
Yeah.
me in this one?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
He
a
just
great-
walks. That is pretty good. Yeah.
He's also Aquaman's father, by the way.
That is true.
Do you think he just shows up to that too?
Yeah, he wasn't originally in the movie. They weren't even going to tackle.
Oh, you're making this movie on an island? I'm in.
The fact that he has also like manipulated them all. He's all the clone troopers now, and he
Yeah.
gets like cameos as
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
That's a pretty awesome like actor trick, right?
Yeah.
Just make me a clone and like send me a check
Yeah.
for every little appearance or likeness or voice you use of me. That's pretty awesome.
Is it a prequel? I'm in. Is it
Yeah.
a sequel? I'm in.
Yeah,
Does it take place
exactly.
during the original trilogy? I'm in.
Yeah.
I am Star Wars
He is.
forever.
Who else shows up? Obi-Wan shows up? No, Obi-Wan's dead. Obi-Wan's dead.
Force Ghost, Liam Neeson.
Let's
They just do a
see.
lineup like all the Force Ghosts just show up.
What's the over-under on the Jedi stuff? So you obviously have Luke, right? But you have other Jedis emerging. So Ahsoka's out.
Ahsoka's gonna be in it.
Okay, Ahsoka's going to be in it.
Yeah.
All right, that's
She-
good.
she's
As
in it.
long you know.
So you
I
like Ahsoka?
I like the episode they did with her
Okay.
in the Mando series. I don't like the
Show.
The show.
Okay.
I saw just tiny bits of it. Just then it never got my attention. So if she's done the same way, great.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see how. You have a character like that. You need to give her like a significant role. I think in whatever part of the movie. So if this is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't see how you would fit in the Ahsoka and then also have time for Luke in the temple.
Oh, they don't care. They're just gonna cram a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does IG-88 make a comeback? Do they?
Oh yeah, they rebuilt him.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Well, not IG-88. I'm sorry, the IG robot from Mando.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean IG-88
Oh, okay,
proper,
yeah.
right?
No, that would be cool if
Yeah.
they bring back IG-88, right?
Yeah.
Because when did he die?
Bro, you know what would be awesome? If they got Dengar and Bosk. And
Yeah,
they're
oh,
all
that would
trying
actually be
to-
awesome.
To catch Mando or something. Like there's a bounty on Mando.
Yeah.
And all those other bounty hunters are trying to get him and he's defending himself and then Grogu's there. I mean, that would be an awesome
Okay,
movie.
because real talk, they're like all alive, right? None
They
of
should
them,
be.
None of them die
They
in
should
Jabba's
be.
palace,
And
right?
those guys, you don't need any CGI as crazy or de-aging material. Okay, Dengar has the little wrapper on his head, the little armor, and he can be anybody in the series. Bosk is I guess you would have to CGI Bosk nowadays, right? You can't really use the props.
Nah,
like
they
that.
should use the props, bro.
For
I mean,
certain
they
scenes.
did that. They did that in what? In
You got
Boba, no?
Forloom that can be. He's a robot.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of like
Zuckus.
Bro, all these guys can
Yeah,
show up
yeah,
and
just
start. Chasing
Actually, that'd be a
men.
great movie. If it's like
100%.
Imagine like a John Wick-esque movie where he's like on the run, and then throughout the movie, all the bounty hunters show up like one by one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what this movie's gonna be. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
So if Disney actually wanted to make a good movie, right, they would turn this over to the fans.
But they
and
don't.
They did it for Mando season 1.
Yeah.
Mando season 1, I think, was written and filmed and developed by true fans of Star Wars proper.
And all those same people did season 2 and 3 though.
They then once you get so popular, you start having to play the politics of
Yeah.
the company man telling you no, let's have this person in this scene, or let's not have that scene in the writer's room. That influence starts leaving the hands of the director and the producer directly. So if Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni put so much effort into season 1, then season 2 and 3 have other hands that are directing certain things there as well. It's not just those two guys.
Yeah, telling them we need ways to sell more Grogu
As you can see, it worked.
dolls. Yeah.
You can
These
see the
have-
same thing with like the Marvel universe, right? There's a core to that first wave when it was really under the influence of what's the guy's name?
John Favreau.
Feige.
Iron Man 1 was John
Feige.
Favreau too, though.
Well,
if you
yeah,
think about
but-
it.
and
And
then-
that was like the prototype.
Exactly, that's the prototype, and you bring in Feige, who wanted to continue that.
Yeah.
But then once you get more popular, I mean, that's how he was able to control so much for so long.
Yeah.
That you have wave 1, wave 2, up to Endgame. really was so well protected with keeping the Disney influences out. Even though Endgame, you start seeing that heavy influence in it. But for Star Wars, really, like, if they turn this over to a fan and a team of people to make this movie as good as they can, this is how you get season 1 of Mandalorian. This is how you would get an awesome Mando movie.
Yeah.
Just what we talked about right now. That little idea of, okay, bringing back those classic bounty hunters to capture Mando somehow. He has to fight them all off and then get Grogu to the temple. And then you see the cameo of Luke and Leia and the kid Kylo. You know, that just plays onto then the future movies and respects the past movies, and then gives you a great adventure in the present.
Yeah. I think
I think you're getting none of that.
Oh, man, I know.
yeah, that's not the movie we're watching.
This is just gonna be leading up to whatever what is the Thrawn movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing we were saying off the air before we started, that I think the mistake was turning Star Wars into the MCU, where everything is connected and you're feeding into what the next property is and you're teasing. And I think I agree with Gabriel. I think they're going to use it to sell another movie with Thrawn that kind of connects Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, but when it's done properly, it works. You had the Marvel movies connect, via Nick Fury and Shield.
Yeah, but I don't think Star Wars
long.
I don't think Star Wars is the MCU. I think trying to replicate it the same, especially because they're both run by Disney. It's like, oh, you're just doing it again with that other thing that was never this. With Marvel, you were making history because for the first time you're really making real Marvel movies. Yes, we had other Marvel properties by other studios, but like this is the first time Marvel makes their own movies. And from the beginning, like at the end of Iron Man 1, you already know it's connected, and Hulk is connected to Iron Man, and it's all feeding to Avengers, and they made that identity. Marvel, every movie counts. Star Wars was never that, and now it's that. It's like, oh, that's a reference to the other show. Did you watch that thing? Like, Ahsoka makes no sense if you didn't watch Rebels because there's so many characters. Like you're saying, you don't like Bo-Katan because like everything you know about Bo-Katan comes from the Clone Wars animated series. And if you didn't watch that cartoon, now this part of the show doesn't resonate with you because you don't really know who she is or what her point is.
Like, she's a cool character.
Yeah, but you don't
She's
have
a cool character for a Bo-Katan movie, and then I'm out of it. I want to see Mando be Mando.
See,
and I don't want
you don't want it all connected.
I don't want it all. Yeah.
See,
yeah. But there is a way to do it.
There is a way to do it.
I'm sure if it was good, like I wouldn't complain. But
we're looking for the
good.
good. Yeah,
No.
yeah. You mentioned Bosk, right? Bosk,
Yeah.
never. Yeah, he never spoke English, as far as I know. Back in the day, he spoke whatever it is, the language
that lizard people speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then he speaks English in the cartoons, I guess, because
You have to.
yeah, you have to. Yeah. So one thing about the new Mando trailer is that there are huts in it, right, Gabriel?
Yeah.
And what's going on with those huts?
They speak English.
Yeah, they're just
They're not speaking Huttese.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy because their vocal cords can only speak that.
Thank you.
They don't-
Thank you.
This is why they have translator Georges and stuff like that.
Exactly. You said translator droids, right?
Yeah.
Like
For a second, I thought you said translator George.
No.
It's like that'd be a sick job, like a hut interpreter.
dude, it's just because they did that. They did the same thing. They like, what is it? Zero speaks English.
Yeah, Zero the
in
hut.
the show, and it's like I remember because I watched
in the cartoon.
In the
right?
cartoon.
Yeah.
And then I watched the trailer for the movie, and they're speaking English, and I'm just like, no, like it did not feel good.
I was like, I get it for a cartoonist, little kids. You don't expect them to read subtitles, I guess, although they should be able to read at the age that they're watching Star Wars, whatever. But for an adult, like for a family audience, we already had Return of the Jedi. Like, if you watch Star Wars, you already know these characters don't really...
Yeah.
Like, you've got to read Greedo's dialogue. You've got to read Jabba's dialogue.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah.
There are other languages. It seems like such a... I don't know... I think they refer to the English language as basic, right? So it seems like a basic-centric worldview. Like, let the aliens speak alien languages.
I mean, that could just be part of that whole, like, what we've been talking about. With
Make
like
Star Wars basic again?
Like with Netflix. They're just, like, dumbing down the plot and then just giving exposition.
Oh, they want you to be able to follow the movie
So,
even
like,
when you're not paying
even when
attention
you're on
to the
your
movie.
phone,
Yeah.
Even when you're on your phone, like, you can
That's
still
a
hear
mistake.
it.
Really? That's the
That's the
kind of
Netflix.
the background room kind of negotiations. No,
Yeah.
you can't have this scene or this language because it has to be audible or audible for.
Or they were just
the people.
Restate the plot, like say it out loud.
Like explain
what's happening on screen.
Audience, explain your plan 2-3 times.
So the Stanley method is making its way. The Marvel method.
Yeah, the Marvel method into the film. Yeah,
You know, if the guy's running on the screen, have someone say, "Hey, the guy's running."
yeah, the guy exactly. Hey, stop running there! I'm gonna run after you. I'm running after you now. Yeah,
yeah, no, and it's annoying. It's because it's like more and more projects are kind of getting that treatment, and I think the projects suffer for it. Because then I'm just like, okay, this.
It's like media for dummies.
This was wasted. You didn't need this. It's not like, and then you don't. When you're putting so much feedback or influence into a creator's process, it's gonna affect the movie, and things are not gonna flow. From their original way of thinking or how they viewed this scene like in their head or whatever. And I think the project suffer for it. So I hope. I mean, it just seems the trend. It seems like that's the trend in, TV and film nowadays. So, hopefully, it's not.
I'm still excited for Mando. I'm telling you.
I hope.
Yeah,
it's
I
good,
think it's
man.
gonna be
Bro,
good. Yeah,
listen,
I'm
if
really.
it's Star Wars,
Yeah,
I
it's
hope
gonna be
it's
great.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope you love it.
Maybe. I mean, it's just. I saw reviews.
Oh yeah,
there's reviews already.
Yeah, there's like over 100 reviews from
not
critics.
pretty.
Yeah.
Like film critics who were like,
Yeah.
oh, this.
I didn't read them.
Dialogue is.
I didn't read them.
Okay.
I saw the score.
I mean, or is it like fans like, oh man,
No fans, just critics. But also, I thought, well, let me go back and see what critics thought of the other movies.
Yeah.
And they seem to be pretty spot on. Like, the good Star, like, they hate Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
They hated Phantom Menace when it came out.
Yeah.
They hated Attack of the Clones when it came out.
Okay.
You're probably gonna disagree, but they liked The Last Jedi. They hated Rise of Skywalker. They you know what? I guess
Acolyte.
they liked The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens
Yeah,
was-
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Force Awakens when it came out. Looking back on it, I'm like,
Because
kinda
Rise of
see-
Skywalker
That was the
wins
beginning of
everything.
the end. But yeah, but I liked it. Like when Force Awakens came out, I was happy with it. It felt nostalgic and
Yeah, like when you watched Phantom Menace and it came out, you were just like,
yeah.
Because Han was in part of the movie. That's why it worked.
Yeah, that is actually what that is
The
actually
franchise
what,
ends when they kill him.
yeah,
Right?
pretty much. Yeah. Well, no, I liked The Last Jedi, whatever. Because then Luke is in it. Oh, you don't like Luke? That's
No,
right.
I like
right.
the black guard
Whoa,
Luke
tread
that we
carefully.
got in Mando. Okay, that was awesome. When you saw that X-wing come out of nowhere, you're like, oh my gosh, da, da, da.
Yeah, that's
and he
just
comes
nice.
out like in that outfit, and he's acting like Return of the Jedi Luke from the Jabba's palace. He's great, and you get that cameo. That's like one of the peak Skywalker moments.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion,
And then
when
they
he shows up.
immediately reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes Grogu, and then they immediately return him back to Mando. Yeah. In some other show. That if you didn't watch, you're just confused
And it's-
why they're back together.
I guess
in
that's
season
what
3.
it felt like as the show progressed. It's just like they were just undoing everything that they like good character decisions. They just are like, whatever.
Well, because in their defense, it was like years us waiting between seasons.
Yeah.
But when you watch it sequentially as a series, like it makes no sense.
I wonder how much that really affects the story. Well, you got you have the original trilogy the same way, right? You had years between those movies, and
Yeah.
they did a better job, I think, of really, Han was Han throughout the trilogy, Leia was Leia, and you still see growth in those characters, and there's no jarring character traits between A New Hope and Return of the Jedi.
I think because it felt like we were just dropping into their lives, because I do think Luke from Empire to Return changes a lot.
A lot, yeah.
But it's like, look, he looks
But it's a
different.
continuation of
Yeah,
his
it's like he
training and,
looks
like,
different. He dresses differently. We miss something, and like you accept it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like with these new shows and movies, it feels like, well, like Last Jedi takes place like what 30 seconds after Force Awakens, so it's like there's no time to breathe. We don't get, even though the movies are apart, from a narrative perspective, we don't get time to miss the characters, because there's not like, how did they get here when we've been with them like for every moment? And it feels like they're not allowed to grow off screen the way they used to back in the day.
That's probably why the extended universe worked so well around those first 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right about that last trilogy we got. It felt like back to back to back, and it was kind of weird. And not, like you said, okay, there was like maybe 2 years gap between A New Hope and Empire. And then maybe, I don't know what the timeline is between Empire and Return of the Jedi.
I think it's like a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Shadow of the Empire fills that perfectly
Correct.
well. You know,
Yeah.
They did a good job
Because they
filling that gap.
transport Han to
Yeah.
Jabba's palace. He's there for a while.
Yeah, you can't keep him in carbonite for like a long time because then everybody ages and he doesn't. You know,
Exactly.
You have to get it fast, but it makes sense, and he grows differently than the other people around. Like he's a good example of like as a viewer, Han sees Luke grow and is like astounded by this in Return of the Jedi, along with the viewer.
Yeah.
And it's a great element to have as the character you want it to grow, and then you stick in the other character that hadn't seen him in forever because he was trapped in whatever, and that plays very well for the audience, I think. So maybe they need more of that, more freezing people in carbonite.
That's right. That's right. In fact, you mentioned Shadows of the Empire. I remember playing
Cryotherapy.
I remember playing the N64 game.
Yeah.
And IG-88 downs Boba Fett's ship.
Yeah.
And there's like a level where you have to fight IG-88, and then Boba Fett gets away again and continues on his journey. You mentioned IG-88 before. I don't know if you've ever read Tales of the...
Yeah, I loved it.
Of the
Bounty
Hunters.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember loving that as a kid.
Yep.
And then like going back and kind of revisiting some of those stories. I don't know if you remember IG-88's story ends where he like takes over the programming of the Death Star.
No.
Yeah. So he has this plot to take over like all the weapon systems in the Empire, and he uploads his consciousness to the Death Star, and he awakens as the most powerful being in the galaxy. And then the Death Star explodes immediately, killing IG.
He is AI.
IG-88, yeah. And I was like, this is a crazy story. This is like ridiculous, but I loved it as a kid.
So he found some online event port-esque type
Yeah,
weakness
exactly,
and then
yeah.
uploaded his conscience and then just took over the Death
Yeah,
Star.
and for a second, he almost,
Galen Erso's backup.
That might be more realistic than the torpedo shot or that torpedo shot.
Yeah.
Some sort of software hack that can shut down the weapon system at least. That's more realistic in my opinion than, again, that almost near impossible or super impossible torpedo shot down the trench for a starfighter.
Nah, they could do the hack, but you probably think it was boring.
yeah,
No,
you're
man,
right.
hacking scenes are great as long as they're digital stuff is going by the hacker and they're
Like in the Matrix,
some
0101.
techno music in the background.
Oh, techno music for sure. Yeah, that's what Star Wars needs: more techno music.
Swordfish.
So who does the hack? Like R2D2 does a lot of hacking, right? You would figure there'd be more of that.
Yeah, you're right.
In the Star Wars universe.
I don't think it was big in the 70s, though. I don't think there was a lot of hacking.
Okay,
going
so
on.
then that makes sense, right? They had no concept of hacking,
Exactly.
or at least it was
That's
very
really
niche.
but that's really what R2 was doing. Like,
Yeah, he was. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
going
yeah.
in,
But it's physical because it's like it's like a key, like a physical key.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then-
his,
Which is
his
so
conscious
cool.
is not looking for a modem to then
Right.
go through electronically or digitally, whatever it is.
Exactly.
So hacking we need more hacking in Mando, and it needs to start the trend of showing more hacking.
Yeah, hacking needs to get big post Return of the Jedi.
It should.
Yeah. Well, we had those hackers, no? We had those those guys with the metallic body parts in the Book of Boba Fett or whatever. Robert Rodriguez.
please stop.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know if they were hackers. They were definitely people with mopeds.
They were
They were
definitely
hacks.
They were hacks. Okay, all right. You did mention that you started watching Darth Maul's Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Gabe haven't had a chance to really talk about this amazing show, in our opinion. What did you think so far? I know you've only seen a couple episodes.
So far, it's interesting, right? You got the concept nowadays with AI taking over certain roles in society, and to see the cop basically being like the only cop on the force surrounded by droids is pretty jarring, right? Because this is like our future. But the characterization of Darth Maul and the gang is great. So far, I'm only like 2 episodes in. I will continue watching it. I love that character, the way they're portraying him. He's not somehow turning into a good guy and going off character. So I'm happy to see him still be evil person doing
Yeah.
evil things.
That was one thing I was worried about.
yeah, yeah, right. We're gonna make a Darth Maul
Good guy
movie.
Maul.
Oh, he's gonna somehow support the rebels against the whatever, and then kind of redeem himself because people want to redeem bad guys for some reason. No,
All right, just let bad guys be bad guys.
make him be a scumbag, make him do bad things, and continue that path for Darth Maul.
The other thing I was worried about that he would be the
devil alien. He
Yeah.
has to be evil.
Yeah, the other thing I was worried about that he would be the protagonist of the show because like how do you follow the bad guy? But he really isn't. Like obviously he's the selling point.
Yeah.
But you're following this new officer
Yeah.
character. What's his name again? Okay.
Lawson?
Yeah, Lawson. There we go. And Two Boots. How do you feel about Two Boots?
He's all right. He's a droid, you know. I mean, he plays his part as the kind of like the partner. He's all right.
All right, let me know how you feel by the end of the show.
Oh, does Two Boots change or does he get hacked?
I won't say it. He gets
like
R2 hacks.
He's
him.
like an evil Roomba.
Yeah, R2 inserts his little stick into the wait. That's how he hacked the
Family
Death Star.
show.
Just for the record, it is a family show like Star Wars. Okay, so we're excited. There's a comic book actually that's like a prequel to that series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found it super interesting because I don't know if they changed the release schedule, but basically, in April. No, let me see. I think it was in March. I started reading in April, but in March they released this like 5-part series. So there's an issue in March, in April, and May, and June and July. That's a prequel to the Darth Maul series, except that the series is already over, and I'm still halfway through the prequel. So I don't know what they were thinking. That like I'm not done with the story that takes place before the show that I watched, but maybe it's worth checking out because I'm actually enjoying it. I'm like 3 issues in. There's 2 more left.
It's on the Unlimited app.
It is not. You know, it takes like 6 months. So I guess read it in 6 months.
Okay.
Well, I guess the first issue will be out in 3 months, right? I think issues come out like 6 months later on the Unlimited app. But yeah, I don't have Unlimited, so I just bought that series because I'm a sucker. Because I watched the show and I was like, you know what? Let me pick up this title. I haven't read a Star Wars comic in a long time. So since that original series that we talked about, that reboot from Disney.
Yeah, that was great, and
Yeah.
they bounced around a lot, and also, you know,
With
I
Han,
think-
Leia, and Chewie with lightsabers.
I thought Darth Vader was a little bit overpowered.
OP?
Yeah,
Over
especially in his
there,
own
but
series.
It works in a comic because the comic is static.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The
So-
cartoons are the same way. Yeah. And video games are the same thing too. Because you're like, well, you think it's because it's static, the image?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, it's just crossing the genre, the medium. Because
Okay,
like,
so then it becomes more dynamic because it's a comic book, so he can do those things.
exactly.
In the comic book. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're watching a cartoon, you're like, oh, I don't know if Vader can do that. But then it's like, oh, but it is a cartoon. It's for kids. These are kind of
Yeah.
myths that
Okay.
are told.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, the stuff I love in a cartoon or in a video game, like Star Killer. I don't know if you ever
Like
played The
he's
Force
Star Killer.
Awakens. Yeah, Star Killer like brings down a Star Destroyer, and I'm like, well, that's ridiculous, but
It's a cartoon.
it's cool. Yeah, it's a video game, and I'm Star Killer, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But then if I saw that in a movie, I'd be upset. I'd just
There's a
throw
guy
it.
called
I
Star
mean, you
Killer.
saw it.
Yeah, Star Killer is
This is like the anti-Skywalker.
yeah, basically he's the secret apprentice that the Emperor is raising unbeknownst to Vader in order to replace Vader.
That's a great concept.
It is a great concept. Force Awakens has a really great story, the first one.
Okay.
Unleashed.
Yeah, and I think no, Unleashed? Oh, you're right. I said Awakens. Yes, Force Unleashed is the name of the
Like,
of the
those
first
games were
Awakens.
awesome, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, the first game was awesome. I did not think the second game was awesome. Spoiler, he dies in the first one, and they clone him in the second one. So
yeah.
you play a clone of
So
him.
he was so popular.
Still cool to
They're
fight.
like, hey, we need
Still
him
cool to
again.
fight.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly.
Really,
and then like they have a DLC where Obi-Wan's ghost like tries to stop you, and you fight Obi-Wan's ghost. And I was like, all right, we've jumped the shark now. I don't.
Awesome, bro.
No, it was. I don't care.
As a video game?
I guess you can get away with more, but that was you.
Like old
you
Obi-Wan?
told the line.
Or-
Yeah,
or-
it's
Yeah,
Force
Alec,
Ghost.
it's Alec Guinness.
Yeah. And he's like, and you're like, since when can you fight a ghost? This makes no sense. What's happening?
It doesn't
right
make
now?
sense,
Yeah.
right? It shouldn't. But it happened? Is this for real?
Yeah, that's Force Unleashed 2.
It's a
video
game. It's not like
Yeah.
canon.
Okay.
Well, at the time they were selling it to us like it was canon.
Yeah,
They were like, "Oh, this is
A
real."
Force Ghost should only appear and communicate.
Exactly.
There's no-
He shouldn't grab a lightsaber
No.
when you throw it, right?
I mean, because you do see that when did you watch Obi-Wan?
Yes.
You do see that in that fight,
which one?
the Obi-Wan and Vader fight.
There's a ghost?
No, the craziness of the like this
Oh,
OP superpower,
yeah.
Rock Storm, Avatar.
Yeah, that was
State.
insane. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. That's what I compare it to. That's
Because I was like,
That's-
at the beginning I was like, oh, this fight's kind of cool, and then it just goes it goes off the rails.
yeah.
And
that,
then I was like, nope,
yeah, that's
So
insane.
you guys watching it on Friday,
Thursday.
Thursday?
Oh, I'm
He's
watching
going.
it Thursday.
He's watching it on Thursday.
So midnight Thursday
No,
No, it comes out like at 3:00.
in the afternoon.
Yeah, there's a 3:00. So
Oh, that's
this
cool.
is what I did. Okay, because I have senior graduation for my school.
Yeah.
That day. So I don't know if I'm probably not going to be able to watch it. Right. But I bought 3:00 tickets because they're letting us out of school because we have to come back for the graduation. And I bought 9:45 tickets. Right.
Okay.
So if I can convince my wife to watch it right before graduation and then go straight to graduation, unlikely. I'll watch it at 3. But if I can convince her, probably even more unlikely, to after graduation go to the movie to watch it and then like be out till midnight.
What
oh, you
need to
could
do
start
is-
it and then
exactly.
finish it.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
It's like an intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We walk out like an hour in.
Yeah.
If I watch it at 3, I will like literally be like 10 minutes from my job and right on time to get there. But I don't know.
Do it. Watch it at 3.
I mean, you watch it at 3:20.
I'm gonna try.
5.
I'm gonna try. They let us out at 12, so we're gonna drive. We're gonna drive back home, get ready for the graduation, and then be like, we gotta go at 3.
Graduation's at 6.
Yeah, it's at 6.
You could do that.
Yeah, you can totally.
I
do
know I could do it. I'll be
What,
out by
people
5.
We're just gonna.
Yeah.
You're,
30.
you're not presenting or anything, right?
No.
Yeah, people are just like trailers. The graduation is trailers.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Well, no, actually, we have to march. All
You're gonna
the,
go to Dolphin Mall.
all
and
the
watch
teachers
it?
have to march.
Oh,
no, I was
you have
thinking
to-
AMC Tamiami.
From
Yeah.
Sedanos.
Yeah. So that's my backup. You're working around that time, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
Always working.
Are you gonna go watch it that night, or are you gonna wait?
No.
Wait for your kids?
It's my son's birthday this weekend, so we're gonna buy tickets for I guess Saturday, sometime Saturday or Sunday.
I'm gonna text you
At the
everything that's
rave?
in the movie. So don't open any of my texts.
Okay.
I'm just gonna text you everything that's in the movie.
Oh, that's great.
I was gonna be
You
like,
were right. You were
Bo-Katan.
wrong.
Mando dies 30 minutes in. It's Bo-Katan's movie.
Force Ghost Obi-Wan is back.
Yeah. Mando is killed by Force Ghost Obi-Wan.
So you guys watch trailers and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I don't watch trailers, and
He doesn't watch
I
trailers.
work.
I try not to. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then also don't watch TV like that. So I haven't seen any trailers, and that really has helped my enjoyment of going to the movie and not
I
having
agree.
expectations.
Yeah.
So I am still looking forward to Mando. It would be awesome if Dengar shows up, and
That
some
would
of the
be awesome.
plots that we had mentioned would make its way, but unlikely. But still excited to see what is on the silver screen for this character.
I hope it's great,
I hope it's good too.
but we'll see.
We'll see.
This is the way.
This is the way.
How many times do you think he says that in the movie?
36. 36 times.
This is your mom. This is your mom. Jeez.